Everyone, it is currently the 29th of August, 2016. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you today. Of course, Typhoon Lionrock. This storm system has just been absolutely absurd with its track, starting over here just towards the southeast of Tokyo, meandering down towards the southwest, lingering around Okinawa and the Taito Islands, and now tracking back towards the northeast. The good news, it's lingering down here, took a little bit longer than expected, and it pulled a little bit further towards the east. And what that means is that the likelihood of Tokyo getting a direct hit from this storm ever and ever decreasing. But for coastal Kanto, we're talking about Chiba, Kanagawa, even those in Yokosuka, you could be seeing some tropical storm strength winds overnight, Monday into early Tuesday morning. Talk about this storm system, though. Dry air still acting on it, coming in from the northwest. You can see this on our visible satellite imagery. Still has a clear and defined eye, even slightly intensified overnight, down to 940 hectopascals in the central pressure. The dry air is working in on it, but it is moving along the Kuroshio current, and we still have that moisture coming in from the south. So that's keeping it at this fairly strong intensity. Actually, take a look at the official warning. JMA, they have it as large, very strong 940 HPA, winds of 90 gusting up to 130 knots. I know that for coastal areas, you probably could see those tropical storm strength gust for Kanagawa and, well, coastal Chiba as this pushes by overnight tonight. I know Yokosuka, actually, you're at T-Core 3 for those military members out there. They're expecting tropical storm strength winds, but I don't think they're going to be expecting damaging winds, so that T-Core 1, that typically locks you guys down. You're not going to be seeing it. Further inland, though, Tokyo, you're probably going to remaining west of the worst of this weather as our storm tracks back there towards the east. Tokyo really remaining on the western edge of these strong winds. Now, coastal areas, including the Haneda Airport and also even over there towards Narita, a little bit farther towards the east and along the Tokyo Bay, you definitely could be seeing some tropical storm strength winds, though, just because of less friction coming in off the bay, and also Narita is a little bit further towards the east here. The locations I'm really worried about with this storm, and the ones that could see some damage with strong winds enough to really blow things around, even damage buildings, but also the threat of just continuous rainfall is further towards the north here. We're talking about Fukushima, Miyagi Prefecture, even over those of you over here towards Sendai, basically these areas that were hit by the earthquake in 2011. You're just going to see that persistent onshore wind as this tracks up towards the coast here, and eventually does make its way towards the northwest, coming on shore there in the Tohoku region. JMA still expecting it as a typhoon. Typically, storms get a little bit sloppy once they get further towards the north here, but if this maintains over the Kuroshio current and it maintains enough structure, it could make landfall as a typhoon, which is quite rare for northern Japan. Climatology says that it would weaken, but right now, most numerical guidance continues to keep this as a fairly strong storm system. So for those of you, it's specifically Sendai, one of the larger cities out here, but also further towards the north and other areas, and even those of you in Misawa and Aomori Prefecture, still would be watching this very closely. It's not just the storm itself, by the way, but it is interacting with a high over there towards far eastern Russia, way away off there towards the north, but that creates this very tight pressure gradient that sets up all the way from Hokkaido all the way down there towards Tohoku. And yeah, all these coastal areas are going to be seeing some pretty rough conditions, at least the surf. We're looking about 8 to 9 meter high waves, guys. So this is going to be a rough one out there. So even though it is missing Tokyo, missing Osaka, a lot of people still being impacted by the storm, and they still want to take it quite seriously over the next 48 hours. Take a look at this. JTWC still expecting this to become a typhoon, as it comes on shore here in Tohoku. So yeah, there's still people out here who are actually living in temporary housing following the March 11th earthquake and tsunami. So, you know, this area, it has been several years, but it is still vulnerable. So that's why we're kind of taking this very seriously. I'm making no mention of Fukushima Daiichi. I know you guys are definitely going to ask about it. Somebody's going to ask about it. That area is pretty secure for the time being, but it does look like this is going to track just towards the east and north of that complex. So hopefully nothing gets impacted too hard there. But the last thing we want to see is a storm hitting that area as well. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching here at westernpacificweather.com. I'm actually not going to be on air at NHK World, but you can still watch Jonathan O and Sayaka Mori. They're there all week. I'm actually doing some other reporting. So, yeah, stay safe out there, guys. And as always, thanks for watching.